Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you? I hope that all of you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I'm fine too. Welcome you all to NIEVS Homeschool. This is Mahmudur Rahman, Assistant Teacher of National Ideal English Version School, Day Shift. Today, I'm going to take an agricultural studies class for the students of class 7. Today, I will discuss on your first assignment, assignment number 1, part 1. Let's see. Class 7 topic assignment 1, part 1. That means you will have another class that will be part 2. Subject agriculture studies, term annual, lecture 24. I repeat again, this is your lecture number 24. Teacher Mahmudur Rahman. This is my mobile number and this is my messenger ID. Dear students, look at the board. Your first assignment is on unit number 1, 2 and 3. Unit 1, agriculture and our culture. Chapter 2, agricultural technology, and there are 2 lessons. Lesson 1, necessity of irrigation and its effectivity, and lesson 2, irrigation methods. And chapter 3, agricultural equipments. There are 2 lessons also. Lesson 1, elements of plant nutrition, and lesson 2, functions of essential elements. So the assignment is based on these 3 chapters, and there are 2 questions, and there are sub questions also. First one, why is it said about the people of Bangladesh that fish and rice makes a Bengali? Number B, how does agriculture contribute to form a society? Number C, how is the irrigation water wasted? Which methods are used to irrigate the food of fruit trees and leafy vegetables? And what do you understand by rootstock and scion? And number D, mention 2 names of green manure. In number 2, there is a creative question. Siam cultivates pepper plant at his home. The leaves of the plants get faded and spreads in the whole plants as the plants grow up. Observing the situation, Siam's uncle advises him to apply fertilizer in moderate levels. Based on this theme, there are 2 questions. Number A, the plants of Siam's staff are suffering from which nutrient deficiency? Explain. And number B, evaluate the suggestion of Siam's uncle. Today, I will discuss on question number 1. That means question number 1 is given from chapter 1 and 2. So I will discuss some essential and important points from these 2 chapters, which will help you to prepare your assignment. From my discussion and from this class, you will be helpful to find out the essential topics and elements to prepare your first assignment. The subject agriculture studies, assignment 1, part 1, chapter 1. Family was the center of organizing our family and society. Before the period of agriculture, men used to depend on nature. They collected fruits from trees and hunted animals for their survival. This is the ancient period of human survival. Then comes the age of agriculture, the invention of agriculture. How did people start agriculture? While men were busy in collecting fruits or vegetables and hunting outside, the women were left in their caves. You know that in the ancient period, the people used to live in caves. As they did not have any work to do, they got ample opportunities to observe the events of nature and environment. The cave women were the first to notice the fact that the seeds of fruits germinated at the place where they were thrown earlier after eating. Not only that, they also become the same tree. That means the seeds which are thrown away, in due time they germinate and become the same tree. The intelligent women saved the seeds from the best fruits and sowed them after softening the soil of the surrounding of cave. When the seedlings emerged, they allowed those to grow and in time harvested the fruits. Thus, the era of agriculture started. So, this is the beginning of agricultural age. Then what happened? In the early age of the family, members of agriculture-based society distributed family responsibilities among themselves according to their respective abilities. This initiated division of labor among the people of a society. Division of labor played a role in the formation of a society. So, this is the formation of a society. How does a society form? By dividing the responsibilities among the family members. Now, here is an important topic from this chapter, chapter number 1, popularity of fish in Bangladesh. Why does fish is so much popular? From this para, you can get help to answer the question, why does the people of Bangladesh are called fish and rice makes a Bengali. There are hundreds of rivers, canals, swamps, ponds, natural and artificial lakes throughout the country. For this reason, Bangladesh is blessed with different varieties of sweetwater fishes. This is the main reason of the popularity of fish in our country. The Bengalis has also a distinct identity as a great enthusiast of rice and fish eaters. Pisciculture, that means the cultivation of fish, is a very important branch of agriculture in our country. That means we get fish everywhere in our country, and for this reason fish has become one of our favorite foods. Now comes irrigation. How does in our previous class we discussed how does the irrigation water wasted. Here in this paragraph you will get the information how the irrigation water is wasted. We know that without irrigation growing of crops is not possible. If there is any shortage of water, the source of water is either underground or above ground. Technology is needed to draw it. Wastage of irrigation water costs farmers extra labor and money. Therefore, care must be taken so that irrigation water is not wasted. By checking the water loss in any form, effectiveness of irrigation may be maximized. Water loss may be caused, that means the irrigation water may be caused in different ways, such as evaporation, trickling down of irrigated water and leaking. Another question comes that there are various types of irrigation. Among them, circular irrigation and sprinkler irrigation are important. You will have a question in your assignment for which these two passages are important. So, what is circular irrigation? In this method, water is not supplied to the whole field, only the soil around a tree is irrigated. This method is suitable for fruit orchards. That means fruit trees are irrigated in the process of circular irrigation. And social forest. A main water channel is dug in the middle of two trees. A circular furrow is dug, keeping the foot of the tree at the center. This circle is connected with the main water channel. In this method, wastage of water is minimum and management of water is very easy. Another irrigation is sprinkler irrigation. Sprinkling water similar to rainfall. That means like rainfall, it falls on the plants in drops. On the plants is done in this method of irrigation. This method is suitable for watering seedbeds, potted plants, grass lawns, ornamental plants and leafy vegetables. The method of watering the seedbeds or plants by using watering cans in our country belongs to sprinkler irrigation. And there is a question in the assignment, what is rootstock and scion? For this reason, the transplant grafting, their rootstock and scion is terms of this grafting. There are two parts of transplant grafting. Number 1 rootstock and number 2 scion. There are some more names of this grafting technique like bud grafting, veneer grafting, T grafting, side grafting and so on. In transplant grafting, at least two plants are involved. Number 1 stalk and number 2 scion. The underdeveloped plant on which grafting is done is called the rootstock. So what is rootstock? On which the grafting is applied is called the rootstock. The plant part, apical stem, foliar bud, which will be transferred and allowed to grow on the improved stock is the scion. So we have got the definition of scion and rootstock. Transplant grafting are of two kinds, joint transplant grafting and disjoint transplant grafting. So dear students, I have discussed the first question for your today's class. I will show you the questions again. Number 1A, why is it said about the people of Bangladesh that fish and rice makes a Bengali? Number B, how does agriculture contribute to form a society? Number C, how is the irrigation water wasted? Which methods are used to irrigate the food of fruit trees and leafy vegetables? And what do you understand by rootstock and scion? And number D, mention two names of green manure. So dear students, I think that if you closely watch this class, I think you will have some idea to prepare your assignment, first question of your assignment, and for your better understanding, you must read your textbook very carefully. Okay, so take care of yourself, and if you have any further questions and inquiries, please contact me in my phone number and my messenger ID. See you in the next class with question number 2 and part 2. Till then, take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.